All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And in today's video, I wanted to talk about the overarching macro theme of the PTR changes that I'm really excited about. I want to talk about the bigger picture, the bigger scope of the PTR changes, what I'm seeing, and what has me really excited for New World coming up later on in 2023. Now, this is looking at the big picture. I'm not going to talk too much about individual weapons. I'm not going to talk about individual skills because honestly, those things will get adjusted. You know, if we provide good feedback on the PTR and say, hey, you know, this needs more here, this needs more here, those adjustments will be made. And so I don't want to dive too much into the individual skills and abilities. I want to talk about just the direction. I want to talk about where the direction's going and why I think that that's exciting. So, yeah, I'm going to refrain from talking about battle axe and hammer and stuff like that. So that I wanted to get that clear before we dive into this. So I read the patch notes last week and I got really excited. I got really excited for New World as a whole because I think they're making a very good shift in how combat is going to work in the New World environment. So what they did is they went and they did an overhaul on most weapons and abilities, and high damage dealing abilities that stunned or staggered, they either reduced the damage or they got rid of the stagger or CC. And so they overhauled most weapons in the game. And basically the point is if you want the stagger or CC, you do less damage. If you want more damage, you don't get the stagger and the CC. And I think this is overall, from a macro perspective, a very, very good change. And the reason is because I think New World combat is very good. I really, really enjoy New World's combat. Not very good at it, but I'm really enjoying it. The issue that New World combat has, in my opinion, is there are times and situations where you just get snared, CC'd, stun locked, and there's no form of counterplay. There's no form of counterplay in certain environments because you just get locked in place. We all know what I'm talking about. I don't need to, go too much in depth. Obviously, a well-timed CC with burst is a good thing. But just 100 to zeroing somebody with 2 or 3 people because, you have 3 different spears using sweep and vault kick and just locking somebody in place with no counterplay, that's not good gameplay. And I know we all have it because just about every single weapon layout has all these different staggers and stuns attached to their abilities. And so I know I will get some flack from a bunch of New World enjoyers that enjoy this aspect of PvP. And yeah, I run bow spear. 4 or 5 of my abilities typically have CCs or staggers. And so I totally understand that perspective. I just don't think it's good game design. I don't think it's good for longevity in PvP. I think PvPers want to have the ability to counter other things that they experience in the game. And these sorts of mechanics just aren't enjoyable. They're not fun. And stuff that's more fun is more free-flowing combat, high damage, free-flowing combat with well-timed CCs with burst, proper amounts of healing, not overtuned healing or mitigation. You want people to be able to kill each other, but you want characters to be able to move as well. You want people to be able to catch other players. Brawlers, melee builds should be able to close the distance on range builds and do damage. You want to have these sorts of movement. You want to have, as a bow player or a range player, the ability to counter melee snares, stuns, staggers, lockdowns, like these sorts of things. And so having more free-flowing combat will be better, in my opinion, for the retention, for New World retention. Now, we're going into year 2. It'll be 2 years here this fall for New World. We know that New World retention has not been great. It's been talked about a lot across multiple different PvP, on YouTube, everywhere. New World's retention is not great. I do think that this is a big step in the right direction. Getting rid of these types of encounters in New World PvP, I think, will go a long way towards retaining players, having players enjoy OPR, 3v3s, duels, open world PvP even more. Now, obviously, they are going to have to take more steps towards improving OPRs, maybe providing more OPR maps, more 3v3 maps, incentivizing more people to flag for open world PvP in general. Like, all those things still need to happen. And so I'm not saying that this is the Band-Aid that wipes everything away, but making combat more enjoyable means people will want to stay around and enjoy the combat. The more people that are enjoying the combat, the more people you will find to fight. The more people you're finding to fight, the more you're enjoying the game. And it's just a never-ending cycle, and it just helps keep a lot of these servers populated. And so I think this is a very good change. Obviously, I've ranted on for 5 minutes about it. I think this is a fantastic change. Now, as far as micro weapon skills and abilities, that's what the PTR is for. Like I said, we'll have to go on the PTR. We'll have to test individual skills and abilities. Hopefully, the development team listens to feedback and they make the good adjustments for the community, because, yeah, this is the first overhaul of these patch notes. Things are going to be missed. Some things aren't going to be functioning very well, and they will need to be adjusted. And so that kind of falls on us as the players to provide feedback, and it falls on the development team to listen to that feedback and hopefully listen to our concerns and making a fun PvP environment. Because, as players, we want to see the game succeed. If you're watching this video and you've got this far, you want this game to succeed. You want to enjoy the PvP environment. You want to enjoy the combat. And the developers want the game to succeed because it's their job. And the more successful their game is, the more profitable the game is. And, the longer they get to keep making and developing this game. So it should go hand in hand, where the development team wants to listen to feedback from the players. And hopefully that happens. Hopefully we continue to get more good changes in this direction. But yeah, that's my perspective. I don't want to ramble on too much, but this is a very big change. Like, this is a huge shift in what PvP will be. And yeah, you could still run stuns and staggers. You're just going to do a lot less damage. And so there'll still be an environment where people will have more of a utility style bruiser or brawler, where they have all the stun CCs and knockdowns. But if you want that damage and you want that burst to really be able to finish people off, you're going to have to get rid of a few of those abilities. And so you're going to see this shift in how the game is played. And I think that's nothing but a good thing. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I obviously want to hear your guys' feedback as well. It's just my opinion. I'm just a player playing the game, enjoying the game, providing an opinion on the game that I'm playing and enjoying. And I obviously want to hear yours, and maybe we can have a discussion in the comments. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.